Good morning. We are deriving Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speeds. This is the mathematical representation of the Maxwell's law. And in last class we made some assumptions also. And here f of u, f of v, f of w equals to phi of c square, where c square equals to u square plus omega square, u square plus v square plus omega square or w square. And here phi of c square is a constant function, hence differentiation of phi of c square equals to 0. And again here we are differentiating this equation. So d of f of u, f of v, f of w equals to d of phi c square. So it is equals to 0. And here it is in the form of u v w. So differentiation of this becomes f dash u, f of v, f of w plus f of u, f dash v, f of w plus f of u, f of v, f dash of w equals to 0. Here f dash of u, f dash of v and f dash of w are the derivatives of the f of u, f of v, f of w respectively. And next we are dividing this equation with f of u, f of v, f of w. Then here in the first term f of v, f of w gets cancelled, and in the second term f of u, f of w gets cancelled, and in the last term f of u, f of v gets cancelled. Hence we obtain f dash u by f of u du plus f dash v by f of v dv plus f dash of w by f of w dw equals to 0. And we have c square equals to u square plus c square plus w square. Differentiating this equation, here c is the constant, so 0 equals to derivative of u square equals to 2u du, derivative of v square equals to 2v dv, derivative of w square equals to 2w dw. And again this becomes u du plus v dv plus w dw equals to 0. And here we are multiplying this equation with lambda, where lambda is a constant quantity. Okay. And next here we are adding these two equations, that is second equation and third equation. Addition of these two equations gives here f dash u by f of u plus in this first term lambda u. From these two terms we are taking du outside. So next f dash v by f of v plus lambda v into dv plus f dash w by f of w plus lambda w into dw equals to 0. And here u, v, w are independent of each other. So these three terms are separately equals to 0. Then only this equation should be satisfied. So first term is equals to 0 and second equation also equals to, second term also equals to 0 and third one also. We are having three equations here again. Consider the first equation, f dash of u by f of u du equals to, this term is taken on to right side, so minus lambda u du. We are integrating this equation, then this becomes log f of u to the base e equals to, here lambda is constant, so integration with respect to u becomes u, integral u du becomes u square by 2 plus here log a to the base e is the constant of integration. And again if you taken this term onto left side, then log f of u to the base e minus log a to the base e. So it is in the form of log a minus log b. So log a minus log b equals to log a by b. So we can write log f of u by a to the base e equals to lambda u square by 2. Okay. Then it becomes f of u by a equals to e power minus lambda u square by 2. A is taken on to right side here, and again in place of lambda by 2 we are writing b. So it becomes a into e power minus b u square. Here we have taken the first equation. Okay. And similarly, if we solve or integrate these two also, we get f of e equals to a into e power minus b square, and f of w equals to a into e power minus b w square. Okay. And if we multiply these three, f of u, f of v, f of w equals to a into a cube, and e power minus b is taken outside, and remaining u square plus v square plus w square. Okay. And next here we have to derive the values of constant values of a and b by integrating this equation. Okay. And applying the boundary condition. And here n is the number of molecules of the gas per cubic centimeter. In the whole gas per cubic centimeter we are having n number of molecules, and these are having all possible velocities, that is minus infinity to plus infinity. And here this equation is taken from the definition of the probability. According to definition of the probability, we can write n into integral of triple integral of f of u, f of v, f of w, du, dv, dw equals to n. Then it becomes integral of f of u, f of v, f of w, du, dv, dw equals to 1. Here again in place of f of u, f of v, f of w, here see we have a cube into e power minus b u square plus v square plus w square. We have to substitute this here. Then this equation becomes integral minus infinity to plus infinity. In place of this we are writing a cube e power minus b u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw equals to 1. And here we are taken out one term, that is we are having 3 here, a cube into e power minus b u square, e power minus b v square, and e power minus b w square. Among those three we are taken integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus b u square du. The integration of this term becomes square root of pi by b. The integral value of this term is square root of pi by b. Therefore, here a cube is constant, so a cube into integral value of minus b u square du is root pi by b. Similarly, integral value of e power minus b v square is again root pi by b, and integral value of e power minus b omega square is again root pi by b. So we have square root of pi by b into square root of pi by b into square root of pi by b equals to 1. So we have a cube into pi by b whole power 3 by 2, okay, which is equals to 1, or here a equals to, if we taken this term onto right side, it becomes b by pi. Here both sides we are having cube gets cancelled, and b by pi means root b by a equals to square root of b by pi. Okay. And the value of b is a constant value obtained. B equals to, we have m by 2 kT. Okay. Here m is the mass of the molecule, K is the Boltzmann's constant, and T is the absolute temperature of the gas. So A equals to, we have B by pi whole power 1 by 2, which is equals to, here in place of B we are writing m by 2 kT. So A equals to, we get m by 2 pi kT whole power 1 by 2. So A equals to m by 2 pi kT whole power b by 2, and B equals to m by 2 kT. So the number of molecules Dn. What is Dn here? Dn is the number of molecules, and these molecules are having velocity components lying between u plus du, v plus dv, w plus dw. So Dn equals to n into f of u, f of v, f of w, du, dv, dw. So substituting the value of f of u, f of v, f of w, that is e power minus b, a cube into e power minus b, u square plus v square plus omega square. Then it becomes n into a cube e power minus b, u square plus v square plus w square du, dv, dw. Next, now here in this we have to substitute the values of A and B. Have to substitute the values of A and B in this equation. Then Dn equals to n into, in place of here we are writing m by 2 pi kT. Here we are having a cube, hence it becomes m by 2 pi kT whole power 3 by 2 a cube into e power minus b. So in place of b you have to substitute m by 2 kT. So it becomes minus m by 2 kT into u square plus v square plus u square plus v square plus w square into du, dv, dw. This is Maxwell's distribution law. And again here the total number of molecules that lie in speed range C and C plus dc. So how many molecules have their speed lies in between C and C plus dc, and will be obtained by taking the volume element in the space between two concentric spheres. Okay. Here we are considering two concentric spheres first. What are those concentric spheres? Here one is having the radius C and another sphere having the radius C plus dc. Okay. So here again we consider the space between those two spheres. Okay, that is the volume element which is obtained, which is considered as the, that is the, it gives the total number of molecules. The volume element in between the two concentric spheres gives the total number of molecules having their speeds between C and C plus dc. The volume of the annulus is given by 4 by 3 pi into C plus dc whole cube minus C cube equals to, here we are expanding this and neglecting the smaller terms, we get 4 pi C square dc. Okay. So and here it is same as the so called velocity volume du, dv, dw. the space in between the C and C plus DC of which are the spheres we are considered here with radius C and C plus DC, which are concentric spheres, and the volume between those two concentric spheres is again equal to the volume we are considered du, dv, dw. Hence, in place of this du, dv, dw, we can substitute 4 pi c square dc. Okay. And again we are putting c square equals to u square plus v square plus w square in this above equation. Okay. Then dnc equals to n into m by 2 pi kt whole power 3 by 2 into e power minus m by 2 kt minus m by 2 kt. Here in place of u square plus v square plus w square we are substituting c square. Okay. And remaining is du, dv, dw. In place of du, dv, dw we are taking 4 pi, we are substituting 4 pi c square dc, then 4 pi c square dc. Then here rearranging the terms we get 4 pi n m by 2 pi kt whole power 3 by 2 into e power minus mc square by 2 kt into c square dc. This is the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speed. This is the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speed. Next, coming to the experimental verification of this Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speed. That is Lambert's stupid wheel method. By this method, we can experimentally verify the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speed. In this stupid wheel experiment, if it rotates 2 degrees, then to that a slit comes to parallel. Okay, that is the difference. And here a oven contains mercury vapor. This is the oven. Okay, and from this oven, mercury vapors comes out of a slit S1. Okay, and here with the help of another slit, thin and parallel molecular beams is obtained. From this we can obtain the thin beam of the molecules. Okay, and here these two wheels are set in rapid rotation. Means here the two wheels are rotating continuously very fastly, and here the mercury is heated in the oven, and the mercury beam passing through the slit S1 falls on the slot in W1. The mercury vapor comes out from the oven and passes through the slit 1 and incident on the slot of W1. And the molecules passing through the slot of W1 now falls on, then from coming out from this W1 they falls on the slot on the W2. Here the principle in this experiment is the fact that those molecules are able to pass through a slot in W2 which have the requisite speed to cover the distance. Here is if one atom passes through the W1, okay, and if it reaches W2 and if it wants to cross the slit in the W2, then it has to cover the distance between W1 and W2. Means here we are already told there is these two are not parallel. If these two are parallel, then the atom comes out from the W1 and passes through the W2. But there is the difference between these two. These two are not parallel. So if it covers the distance, means how can it cover the distance? With its speed. Okay, and it has to cover the distance and falls on wheel W2 and comes out from the W2. That is the principle. So the molecules which are having the velocities to cover the distance between W1 and W2 and then pass to the W2 can only comes out from the W2. Okay, remaining molecules get reflected here. Okay, that is the principle here. So whenever it turns 2 degrees angle, if one molecule enters into W1 and if it covers the distance and if reaches it W2, when it completes its 2 degrees rotation, then only it comes out from the wheel W2. It passes through the wheel W2. So in this way the molecules are deposited on the photographic plate. Here is a photographic plate P. So only those molecules which covers the distance and passes through the W2 only deposited on the photographic plate P. So like this, what is happening here? Only the molecules which are having the different velocities, particular velocities comes out and remain here. So like that, all the particles which are having the same velocities can passes through the W2 and focused on the photographic plate. Okay. In this way, we have to change the velocities of wheels W1 and W2. At first we fixed the speeds of W1 and W2, and then some molecules which can cover the distance between W1 and W2 can pass and deposited on the photographic plate. Again we have to change the speed of W1 and W2. Then some other molecules which can cover the distance W1 between W1 W2 can pass through W2 and then focused on photographic plate. In this way, every time we have to change the speeds of the fields W1 and W2. Okay. And then we can separate the molecules which are having different speeds and are collected at different places on the photographic plate C. Okay. And relative intensities of these collections are measured by microphotometer. On this photographic plate, we are having the intensities of the different molecules at different points. Okay. Then the intensities of these collections are measured by microphotometer. From this measurement, the relative number of molecules lying in different ranges are calculated. So, how many molecules can have the different values and different ranges we can calculate from this experiment. Okay. And again we have to plot a graph here at a given temperature, that is C bar by Cp, and here we are taken intensity and we obtain a curve like this. Okay. So, and here this curve is resembles well with the theoretical curve of Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular states. This is similar to the theoretical curve of the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular states. So, it is the experimental arrangement for the experimental verification for the Maxwell's law of distribution of molecular speed. So again here I am repeating the principle in this toothed wheel experiment. What is the principle here? The molecules are able to pass through a slot in W2 which have the requisite speed to cover the distance W1, W2 in the same interval of time taken by the wheel to turn through an angle of W2 degrees. Means here one molecule enters into the slit of W1, and if it wants to pass through the slit in W2, then that molecule has to complete this distance in time, in which time the W2 turns the 2 degrees angle. Okay, if one here it is passing through the slit and reaching W2, and here when the slit here comes to pass through the molecule, means the W2 has to turn 2 degrees. Okay, whenever this W2 turns 2 degrees, in that time the molecule has to travel this distance, then only it passes through the slit in the W2. Otherwise, if it is, for example, if you take a molecule and if it is moving very slowly, then it turns 2 degrees and another gap should be does not having here, then the molecule does not enter into the W2. If the molecule moves slowly, then also it cannot pass it through the W2. So it has the required velocity to complete this distance in time in which the wheel can rotate 2 degrees. Okay, that is the principle involved in the Lameth toothed wheel experiment.